Before we even start today's discussion, today's movie topic, everything that we're going to get into, you need to know that the movie we're going to discuss has won a legitimate award entitled Best Gore for Dildos and Chainsaws. Hello, and welcome back to the B Horror Corner. I'm super excited to be recording today because I'm done giving you guys my entire comprehensive must-see Halloween movie list, and now I can finally get back into actually reviewing and discussing B horror and cult movies with you guys. So let's dive right in. Today we're going to be talking about Deathgasm. It's amazing, it's awesome, it's so campy and fun. It's a comedy horror movie from 2015, and today we're getting foreign because it is not an American-made movie. It is actually from New Zealand, and it's written and directed by Jason Lee Howden, and it is a good-ass time. So as I've just said, the title of the movie is Deathgasm, and in the movie that's actually the name of the band that these two metalheads create, and they get super pumped to finally discover that there's somebody else in their town that listens to metal music, and they create this band, and then they break into a former musician's house and find sheet music that they believe belong to the band, and they're like, oh my god, we could use this and it'll get our band going and it's going to sound so good, and then we'll take off and people will listen to us. And when they go back to their garage to play as a band and play the sheet music that they stole, it ends up releasing a demon into their town because it was a ritualistic sheet music thing. Now, once they've done this and the demon is unleashed, it's up to Deathgasm, the band, and this other girl that they meet to try and save the town's citizens that are all being taken over by him. It's a really, really fun movie. They have a lot of these cutaway scenes that are dramatic dream sequences, I guess, showing the main character and how excited he is to be this rock god and people bowing down to him, just like this one. And just visually, I think it's so fun to look at because it's this gorgeous heaven looking place, but it's also just complete metalhead music clashing with it. See, I'm over here talking shit, saying that they're dressed up like Kiss knockoffs in the woods during that music video scene. Apparently, it's a reference to a band called Immortal who has a music video that's insanely famous for being bad. And I didn't even know that. The things you learn. So, along with the music video reference, apparently also most of the deaths that the characters have in the movie are references to a song called Hammer Smashed Face by a band called Brain Drill. I would like to go hear that song now because that sounds fun to me. By far, I think my favorite death scene in the entire movie. Here's the thing, here's what it is. When movies these days have to do gory death sequences, like any comedy horror movie ever, that's what they have to do, gory death sequences. They have to top every other death sequence that's ever been done ever, or at least do something new and different that's going to still shock and make the audience laugh. I think this movie did a great job of having some really freaking entertaining deaths while still maintaining all of the classic horror comedy things that they do. Here's the thing with low budget horror movies specifically. They can go two different routes. They can either lean into the fact that they're low budget and make fun of it the entire time and use that to their advantage. Which, example, again, Velocipaster, when they cut away and just say VFX of the car on fire. Perfect example of it. That is the way that most of them tend to go. They will do crappy special effects makeup, everything like that, and just make fun of it. Now, the other route is obviously still leaning into the fact that you're a comedy horror movie, but not pushing it so that it's insanely obvious what kind of low budget you had. You were able to mask everything and do a really good job at just showing it as a movie itself, not specifically a low budget movie. Now, I think Deathgasm took this route, and because when you watch it, I would not at all think that it had a budget of only $200,000, which apparently is what it had. But the way that they've done all of the costuming, all of the set, it's just believable enough to me that it could have been shot for like $700,000. Apparently, in around 2013, the writer of this movie was able to win a Make My Horror Movie contest, which is actually how he was awarded the $200,000 to make the movie. That's like really fucking cool. I just think there's so much more to take away when you get to see somebody being able to produce a low budget and get their dream made in a movie like that versus, no offense, like a giant blockbuster movie by somebody that we've already seen a million things before by. I mean, it's just nice to get to see it this way as well. Richard Whittaker of the Austin Chronicle wrote shamelessly low-brow, reaching a beer-fueled gleeful high with a zombie versus sex toys battle. It's a very metal tribute to the grand tradition of Kiwi splatter comedies. Love it. Okay, so that is everything that I have to say on the amazing comedy horror New Zealand movie Deathgasm. Again, I love it. I think it's a ton of fun, and it's super low budget and yet so awesome. I know that I tend to talk a lot and kind of go off on tangents maybe that you weren't ready for, so just in case you still want to get an idea of the movie, here's actually the full trailer.
I'm not even sure I'm in the right tuning.
What's up?
Brutal. Brutal as fuck.
And that is it. I hope you enjoyed the trailer. If you didn't enjoy everything I had to say, or you enjoyed both, or you learned something new about low-budget horror movies, I don't know. Hope all of those things all in one. I think I'm actually going to rewatch Deathgasm tonight maybe, because I got real hyped talking about it. But thank you guys so much for listening, and until next time. You like death? You like metal music? You like New Zealanders? You like chainsaws? You like dildos? Who doesn't? I'm not. That's not the opening. That's not what we're gonna use.